Spiritual warfare is not always loud or obvious. It's often quiet, subtle, and close to home. Many people expect evil to appear in ways that are easily recognized. Darkness, chaos, or danger. But in truth, the most dangerous spiritual forces don't wear name tags or come with warning signs. They appear as friends, family, co-workers, even partners. These are the ones who smile with you, laugh with you, and walk beside you. But deep down, they carry an assignment that is not aligned with your purpose. It's not to love you or help you grow. It's to keep you stuck, drained, and far from the destiny God has planned for you. These people, or rather, the spiritual forces working through them, don't always seem harmful at first. In fact, many of them appear helpful, supportive, or curious about your life. But over time, you begin to notice the subtle draining of your energy. They ask about your dreams, not to encourage you, but to collect ammunition. They ask about your fears, not to comfort you, but to manipulate you. You find yourself shrinking, doubting, second-guessing your path. They are not building you up, they are slowly pulling you down. These are not just toxic people, they are spiritual blockers sent or allowed to be in your life to delay or derail your purpose. Sometimes these spiritual agents will befriend you at the perfect moment, when you are vulnerable, excited about a new dream, or fresh on a new path. They'll speak the right words and do the right things, but there will always be a feeling that something isn't quite right. That uneasiness, that subtle discomfort is often the voice of God whispering to you through your intuition. Is that feeling in your gut, that internal alarm that sounds softly but persistently. You may try to rationalize it away, especially if the person in question is someone you've known and trusted. But spiritual warfare doesn't care about titles or history. It only cares about impact. God in His grace will always reveal truth in time. Sometimes it comes through a slip of the tongue, a revealing moment, or a shift in energy that you can't quite explain. When people show you who they really are, believe them. When God shows you the intentions behind the smile, listen. Many times we receive revelation, but we refuse to accept it. We tell ourselves we are overthinking, being unkind or misjudging. But what we are really doing is doubting the quiet nudge of the Holy Spirit, trying to protect us. That doubt becomes the door through which we allow harm to enter and remain. It takes courage to remove yourself from those who seem good but carry spiritual harm. It takes faith to walk away from someone who once made you feel safe. But you cannot afford to ignore God's warnings just because they come wrapped in familiar faces. Spiritual warfare is real, and your protection often lies in your obedience to the small voice inside that says something's not right. That voice is not paranoia, it's not fear, it's divine discernment, a gift that God gives to every one of us, especially when we are on the path to something great. Your intuition is not just a feeling, it is often God's way of gently speaking to your spirit. It's His way of saying, watch this one, step away, I have better for you. Trusting that voice doesn't mean you walk in fear or suspicion. It means you walk in wisdom. It means you guard your purpose as sacred, because it is. You are here to build, to grow, to rise, and anything or anyone that pulls you away from that is not from God. No matter how sweet they sound or how close they seem, if they are not watering your growth, they are stunting it. So today, take a moment and look around you, not with suspicion, but with clarity. Ask God to show you who is for you and who is simply around you. Be willing to see, be brave enough to accept, and be strong enough to walk away. Spiritual warfare isn't just about casting out demons. It's about recognizing them when they wear friendly faces. And most of all, it's about trusting that God's whisper inside you will never lie. Trust it, follow it. It might just save your destiny. Sometimes the most painful part of spiritual warfare isn't the attack, it's the betrayal. It's realizing that someone you held close, someone you opened your heart to, was never for you in the first place. That heartbreak is real. It cuts deep, but it is also necessary. God allows that unveiling not to break you, but to free you. When He reveals the truth behind someone's presence in your life, He is giving you a gift, the opportunity to walk away with clarity instead of continuing in confusion. That moment of exposure is sacred. It's not meant to destroy you. It's meant to deliver you. It's easy to get angry when people misuse your trust or manipulate your dreams. It's natural to feel grief when a relationship you once cherished turns out to be rooted in deception. But don't let bitterness take root. Don't let your heart become hardened. Yes, protect yourself. Yes, be wise. But do not let their behavior change who you are. Keep your heart pure. Keep your spirit soft. Let that exposure make you better, not bitter. The enemy wants to infect your spirit with resentment. Don't give him that victory. Rise above. When you begin to walk in spiritual awareness, you will find that your life gets quieter. Fewer people around you, less noise. That's not loneliness, it's clarity. It's God removing distractions and sending you deeper into your purpose. He's protecting your energy. He's shielding your heart. Sometimes isolation is divine preservation. Don't rush to fill the empty spaces with familiar faces. Take your time, pray, listen. Let God show you who belongs in this next season of your life and who doesn't. Not everyone who started with you is meant to finish with you. And remember, just because someone is no longer in your life doesn't mean they were a mistake. Sometimes even those spiritual agents who meant you harm served a purpose. They taught you discernment. They pushed you closer to God. They sharpened your spiritual awareness. God can use anyone, even those sent to harm you, for your good. That's the beauty of divine strategy. Nothing is wasted. The pain, the confusion, the losses, all of it has purpose. And when you come out on the other side, wiser and stronger, you will look back and thank God not only for what He gave you, but for what He took away. Your destiny is too precious to be delayed by disguised distractions. You are not crazy for feeling the shift. You are not too sensitive for noticing the red flags. You are spiritually awake, and that is a gift. The more you lean into your intuition, the Holy Spirit within you, the less room there is for deception. Start trusting your God. That subtle discomfort, that's God's way of saying, pay attention. He never leaves His children defenseless. He gives you spiritual insight so you can walk boldly, wisely, and freely into your purpose. So if you've felt a stirring lately, a shift in certain relationships, a discomfort you can't explain, don't ignore it. Sit with it, pray on it, listen deeply. God is speaking. He may be warning you. He may be calling you to distance yourself from someone. He may be preparing you for greater things, but you can't take spiritual poison into your promised land. Believe what He shows you. Don't beg for confirmation after confirmation. One whisper from God is enough, and your obedience to that whisper is what unlocks the next door. You are not alone in this. You are not overreacting. You are not imagining things. You are awakening. You are being refined. You are being spiritually equipped. Let this be your reminder. Not everyone who smiles at you is safe. Not everyone who claps for you wants you to win. But God is always on your side. And when you trust Him, when you trust His whisper, His warnings and His wisdom, you will never walk into destruction blindly again. Keep walking in discernment. Stay aligned with your purpose and trust that what you lose in the process, God will replace with better. Thank you for watching, and may God bless you.